Hello again, friends and neighbors. In this video I'm going to have a little bit of a follow-up on the pitcher plant terrarium that we built a couple videos back, and because this morning I got to looking at it, actually it was late last night I got to looking at it, and I saw that on one of the pitchers I got some mold and mildew growing on it, which I kind of expected to some degree, but I want to try to complete this setup a little bit more by adding some natural detritus, a little bit of actual dirt, and some microfauna to it to try and help maybe balance it out a little bit. So hopefully I don't get too out of whack, and I don't have a major die off of anything. So oh, and the one thing that I do need to show you, which you'll be able to see just as soon as I bring you a little closer. So here's what we got going on. I actually went through, after the last aquarium aquascaping video that I did, and I had some of the repens left, and just out of curiosity I stuck some in here just to see if it would grow terrestrially, which I believe that most aquatic plants, if grown in the proper conditions, will grow terrestrially. So I just kind of stuck some in here, as you can see, and they seem to be doing just fine. Now, the bit of a problem that I have is over here on this pitcher. I have been kind of feeding these plants with some brine shrimp and bloodworms. I didn't put much in there, but just enough. And I think that may have caused either a bloom or a sporing of some fungus in here, which is what is these splotches you see on this thing here. So what I'm gonna try to do, or what I am gonna do, is add some actual dirt, hopefully with some microfauna in it, as well as a couple pieces of wood, and I found a few earwigs. I'm gonna throw them in there too. What I was really looking for was roly-polies or isopods, but it's getting kind of cold outside, and I think it's the wrong time of the year to be looking for those, so I couldn't find any. So I'll have to do this for now, and then as soon as I can get my hands on some isopods, I'll put those in there, and those will probably make a difference. But I think I'm just gonna leave the camera where it's at. I think this is a good little vantage point for you to at least see what it is I'm doing. So so the first thing I'm gonna do is add some just some dirt, and all I did was I went outside and I moved some of my potted plants I've got sitting on the ground, and went through and just collected some dirt from underneath the potted plants. So I'm just gonna use this little spoon to kind of spread this in here, not necessarily in any key locations, just kind of get it in. What I need are some springtails, but I don't have any. Hopefully there's some natural springtails in this dirt. Springtails are kind of one of those things that kind of exist. Well, they're just about microscopic, so you can't really see them, so they can be there without you even knowing it. And I'm kind of hoping that there might be some in here. There'll be something in here, hopefully, whether it's beneficial or not. That'll be another follow-up video down the road, where we explore and see what good this did, if any at all. I mean, at the very least, this will kind of add some natural aspects to it, so it doesn't look too manufactured. At least that's what I'm hoping for here. Okay, so we got that in there. I'm gonna use some tweezers, and I got this little piece of it is pine out of the woods. I'm just gonna I'll probably stick it right here. Oh, and there was an earwig on that. I don't know if you saw that or not. Take the bark off, kind of throw it over here. We're going to take this piece of bark and kind of lay it down. I want it round side up. Kind of create a little cave. That's kind of what I was going for, but may not want to cooperate with me. Come on. Put that right down there. And then there is another earwig right there. He's in there now. And then I got a little bit of dirt left. Just dump that in there. And what I need to do is leave this open a little bit more. I think one of the problems was I didn't have enough oxygen. So I think what has happened is, or maybe too much oxygen, not enough CO2, one or the other. There's an imbalance somewhere, and that's what's caused the outbreak of mold and mildew and fungus in general. But I think this is a nice little habitat. If I just can get some isopods, maybe some leaf litter, and put it in there, I think that this will do just fine. But that'll have to come at a later date. So for now, this is what we have. This is how it's looking. I mean, overall, it's actually looking fairly well. I mean, you can see the nice new green leaf that's come off of the mama plant here. There's another little baby leaf that's coming off of the little one over here. So they are growing. They're adjusting to their new home. It's a little cooler than they'd like it to be. I might try to put a heating pad or something under it to assist it a little bit, because it does like a little warmer of an environment. It is in the middle of winter time here in Florida, which is still, it's a mild winter, but it's still a winter nonetheless, and it's in the 60s right now. I keep it about anywhere between 68 and 72 in my house, which is still a little cool for these guys. So having said that, this is what it looks like now. It's a little bit of an improvement since last time, and I will keep you up to date with its progress. Once again, thank you for watching. Depending on where you are in the world, I hope you're having a good time of it, and I'll see you in the next one.